The big news from yesterday, Nike are releasing their very own slides that are nearly complete replicas of the Yeezy slides that Adidas had for some time. If you don't believe me, check out these pictures, the side by sides, and let me know what you think. In my opinion, definitely nearly carbon copy, but we're not mad at that. They are releasing their own Nike Calm slides in 2023 as a follow up to their Jordan Sophia, one of their other slide models that has been doing really well and was released back in June. That slide is going to piggyback and going to be released simultaneously, kind of in conjunction with these new Nike slides. With the news that Adidas and Yeezy were separating, a lot of people were not going to be into whatever Adidas was going to make, minus Yeezy logo, minus Kanye West's influence. And Nike knowingly was just swooping in and is going to take advantage of that new market that they're going to have. Because with that, you're definitely going to capitalize on all the people who were not a fan of Adidas pushing out Kanye. And that's, I think, the first place where Nike will capitalize. Secondly, the market in general for slides is just so big these days that you can't look past it. And you've got to take advantage of it just in general. With the losses, the lawsuits, and the StockX issues that have come for Nike, they're clearly watching their competition. This is not the first time that Nike has looked at some other brand, another company, and wanted to do something for themselves and replicate it to the best of their ability without getting in some trouble themselves. As we know, Nike is notorious for lawsuits against custom designs on Air Force Ones. Once the business gets big enough that Nike will notice, boom, hit with a lawsuit. And ideally, we'd expect nothing more from Adidas, right? Wrong. Nike knows that the primary design, the influence behind these slides, the owner of the original design is Kanye West. So we could potentially see Kanye West and Nike partnering in the future so that Nike can release slides and have the rights to them, or even start using more influential designs that Kanye West has. Some of these designs, as you're going to see, are the white, blue, teal, a darker blue, a light blue, a tan, and black. These are just a few of the versions that they've released so that we can get a good visual of what we can expect. Going to be coming out ideally around fall 2023 for that fall lineup, but that day is subject to change. Overall, we got mixed views. When Couple Clock posted this yesterday, they wanted to know, like everybody else, what the initial reactions were. And safe to say, they did not disappoint. We see the majority of people are calling out the fact that everyone's taking Kanye West's design, calling out the fact that Nike continues to take from others while suing people when they try to copy what they do. We've seen Lil Nas X get hit with lawsuits. We see, again, a lot of custom shoe manufacturers getting hit with the lawsuits, and notorious many other people who continue to fall into that space. Any rapper who makes their own custom shoe, any sort of artist that goes into that space gets hit with some sort of lawsuit from Nike. There is a community of people who truly have turned their backs on Adidas, not only for the situation with Kanye West, the lack of creativity, also just the lack of really influential styles that are coming out from Adidas. We haven't really seen too many new and improved things that Adidas has done, new designs that we've really loved since the Stan Smith shoes. Outside of Kanye West, the creativity from Adidas is, I would say lacking to an extent. And we will see where it goes from here. I know they've had some ideas cooking, and they got to take advantage of that as soon as possible. But going back to the thoughts about Nike, when people say they prefer checks over stripes, there's going to be a legion of people that will buy it simply because it's Nike and not Adidas. And there will be a group of people buying it simply because Kanye's turned his back on Adidas. Even though he's not on a great relationship with Nike either, my personal thoughts is Nike's making a really smart move. Nike's lost not as much as I would say Adidas in general. Adidas, that chunk that Kanye West took was fairly substantial in that branch. that Kanye floated within Adidas. Obviously, there's so many other things that these companies offer besides shoes and slides. But in that section, you want to be able to build as much profit as you can in each of these areas. Because you think about it in the large scheme of things, Nike had so many layoffs over the past year. And that is not solely due to some of the decisions they made to partner or not partner with certain people, but it does affect a certain section of their business. There's people who will be working with their resellers that may be losing their jobs. There's people that may have been working with athletes that they had signed onto their signature shoe deals that are not there anymore, that also may have impacted what they can do now and keeping their employment. So this is very important. These are people's livelihoods. So Nike making this switch, and in fact, I believe is creating more jobs in this role, more design opportunities, more creative directors or people that can come in and do what they need to get this slide thing off the ground. And my thought is they'll easily surpass Yeezy. I've seen much more positive reviews for Nike's slides that will be coming out than Yeezy. Just the Yeezy slides, Adidas has leaked the look or their blueprint minus Kanye West. You'll know that all of the reception was negative. There's maybe one or two people, the exception to the rule, right, that are behind Yeezy, but the majority of people are, or sorry, not behind Yeezy, behind Adidas Yeezy slides. The majority of people are not going to roll with it at all. And by default, they'd rather just get the Nike ones. So with that, I do expect it to be comparatively probably 60-40 out the gate, then 70-30 for Nike. And eventually we will see Adidas slowly leaning away from the slides and probably lean more heavily into the shoe game itself and see how they can reestablish that. Anyways, that's my thoughts on it. What do you think? Are you Team Yeezy slides? Are you going to roll with the Nike Calm slides? Let me know down below in the video. And that's the end of this one. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with some of your fellow sneaker heads so that they can weigh in their thoughts as well. And we'll see you in the next one. I'm out. These by Dallas make it hurt.